All right. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I got another one. What's going on? Shout out to all of y'all that join me in the shorts feed. Salute to the tribe. Just got through working out, y'all, man. I got it in today. I've been working towards this for a while, but I'm trying to get back to where I used to be. Getting up early, knocking out my calisthenics, my lightweight workouts, my AM jog or run, and insanity. Um, get my meditation in as well. Just doing different things, man. Mixing it up. I have some. I call these people haters, but they might think they're giving me advice. Some people say that I tell too much of what I'm doing. I have no mind telling what I'm doing, but I know that most people can't keep up. But even if they're trying, they're still becoming a better version of themselves. So, you guys, bear with me. Get this thing started up on StreamYard. Don't start acting up now. Okay. All right. We're live. What's up? What's going on? I was just talking to the shorts feed. Just got through working out, y'all. Feeling good, feeling great. Back on schedule, doing everything in prime time. I got one from the Peef Network here. Also, a couple Facebook clips, as well as another one from Sharia Brooks. I'm horrible with names. Forgive me. Definitely not good with Turkish names. But look, you guys, I'm getting back into the passport bro thing. You got any title ideas? Go ahead and shoot them in the comment section. We're going to run with that the same way we're running with the leftover women. We're going to run them simultaneously, So passport bro title, and then, the leftover woman thing. So we got to start working on what we're going to be doing overseas. This the beginning of the year's coming around, man. It'll be here before you know it. And your boy will be overseas. Hang on for a second. Yeah. Go ahead and do this. And now, that being said, no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get right into this one, you guys. We have another one here from the Peef Network, like I said earlier in the shorts feed. And I think they got a really good point here. I think we need to talk about it. No further ado, let's go.
Black women in particular, when it comes to becoming a wife?
Keeping it 100,
yes.
There's not enough eligible black males who fit the needs of black women. By the time you dissect the demographics of finances, sexual orientation, what you end up drilling down into, because black women tend to want to marry black men.
Right.
So black women are excelling. They're getting accelerated degrees, graduate degrees, doctorate degrees. They're starting businesses. Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a black man on that same level or higher. If black women are excelling at such an accelerated rate, how do men keep up with that?
So one thing I want to point out, what you described, Casey, was the ideal situation.
Well, one thing I want to point out is, let's go ahead and put this stuff in the right framework and perspective. She said that black women are getting these jobs and are doing so great and, are outpacing men. That attitude alone, what's going on, girl? Check that message later. That attitude alone is the reason why, a lot of guys aren't even interested in talking to y'all. And then she's saying stuff like, oh, well, it's, we're outpacing them. We're looking for guys that are on our economical level and we can't find them and da-da-da, ooh. Listen, most black guys are making more money than most average black women. And it's not that. Black women get married at a 26% rate, which is the lowest of all groups of women. So what they do, like anything else, I consider it type of propaganda, where they flip it. You know, well, we like dating black men. You can only get black men, nigga. You can only get black men. If you're getting married at a 26% rate, and most races marry within their race for the most part, within those rates, well, of course, you're mostly marrying black men, according to the stat. But you're still getting married at a 26% rate. Okay, let's break that down. They don't never talk about this. Breaking down that 26% rate means that no one wants to marry them. If they're the lowest rated women, no one wants to marry them. What is no one? No one is every other race of men. So if you're marrying at a 26% rate, and most races marry their own race for the most part, of course you're marrying black men because, like I said, most races marry within their own race for the most part, and black men are marrying black women. Other than that, no other race is wanting you. Stop framing it some other kind of way to make yourself feel better. This is called cope.
Right? Where two people come together to lift each other up, to complement each other. You know, you might have somebody making six figures who have property and all of that, but then
who has their doggone smoke detector? And that thing be chirping. It's got to be one of them black women. It's got to be one of those black women on there, man. It's a whole trope.
The other person might not come with that. The issue, from my stance, what I'm seeing is, and the key word, there are not a lot of eligible men. There are not a lot of men with that mindset who can even align with that concept nowadays. So regardless of degree, you know what I mean? I know that came up in the ladies' segment or whatnot, but even if, let's just say you have somebody who went to trade school, like somebody used as an example earlier, if that man, from my observation, if that man is considered eligible because he's meeting all of this criteria, he oftentimes has a lot of options. And we're living in times now where I'm finding that these men don't respect the idea of marriage. I meet a lot of good men. There are a lot of great men that I come across, but the question is, are they eligible or not? Oftentimes the men who are doing their thing, you know what I mean, who would become a good husband, those men oftentimes are bouncing around from woman to woman to woman, and it's not because they haven't met good women. I can think of a few men who have gone through a lot of good women, you know what I mean? But I understand that is also about perspective, because everybody is looking for something different. But in general,
right, that's exactly what I was about to tell you, Brittany. We can't make anybody love us or pick us or choose us, right? When it comes to a man's criteria and picking a woman for a long-term relationship or to be a wife, that is something that he has come to terms with and something that he is looking for. It's nothing that a woman can do outside of who she actually is, right? She must be competitive. That's number one. A lot of black women do not want to be competitive, right? The first thing a woman will say is, I'm not about to chase him. I'm not about to do all of that. He got other hoes. I'm not about to go all of that. I'm not about to do that. That's a problem, right?
That's exactly right. And she's going to break it down more. I'm not going to keep pausing, but pay attention to this point.
It's a problem because we'll be competitive with everything else in our life. We'll be competitive with getting that promotion. We'll be competitive with in school. We'll be competitive in every other lane, whether it's sports. We'll be competitive when it comes to laying our stake in the ground and saying, I'm here, this is mine. But that same spirit has to come into place. If you are saying this man is eligible, he's good looking, I'm attracted to him, he's a good guy, but he has a lot of women after him. He's gonna have a lot of women after him if he's all of those things.
Common sense.
What sets you apart? he may not express the things in his heart that he's always wanted as a wife, right? Y'all were talking about Love is Blind the other day. I watched it. That was last night, right, Di? Last night when y'all talking about Love is Blind. And Miss Taken was talking about there's certain things a man is looking for when he's thinking about a wife. He's not about to take the time to teach women certain things that he feel like doesn't need to be explained. So these women, to you, Brittany, may seem like good women because what we see from our friends is not what the man that is dating them sees.
Okay. I'm going to run that back.
We see from our friends is not what the man that is dating them sees.
Okay, so a lot of women do this where they're like, oh, I know these women and I got these friends and cousins and they are fine and they got jobs and who cares? Who cares? You're not dating them. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be the one looking to see if this woman is marriage material. You're not penetrating her. Not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like it when they use this kind of way to gaslight us. It's low IQ. It shouldn't even be considered. Your perception of your friend from the perspective of a platonic woman friend, what does it got to do, or the women you see that you think are attractive, what does it have to do with the men that are dating them or looking to date women? It has nothing to do with it. So when y'all bring that up, what's the point? It doesn't mean anything. Your opinion about what women look like and if they're dateable, it means nothing to a man. It means nothing. Why would it? You don't date women. Who cares what you think? These women be running around here with bad pH, and none of y'all ever bring that up. It's never a talking point on any panel, and it's one of the things that traumatize men for the rest of our lives. It's one of the biggest factors. It traumatizes men, and no one talks about stank coochie. You women refuse to talk about stank coochie, so I can't listen to the opinion of women. You know it's out there. You know it stinks. Half of y'all stink, but you don't want to talk about it. So why would I listen to your opinion about anything else? You don't even want to face reality or talk about real stuff that men talk about. That's something that men talk about. What good if you look real good and your coochie smells like old tuna and trash, and like you wipe your ass from back to front? Like what good is it? What good is it if you look good? That shit be stinking so bad. Every time a chick walk by you, you get PTSD. Be like, oh man, just holding your breath. See, we can't talk about that stuff. See, those things are things that men need to know. Because what you see on the outside ain't what we're going to be digging into and also looking into for our futures. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why y'all it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Man.
Not the same thing, right? So I could have a great friend, but I don't know. I don't live with my best friends. I don't live with none of my homegirls. I don't know if they only clean up for me to come over or for us to have girls' night. I don't know if she cooks all the time for the guys that she's dated. I don't know if she gets up and goes after, things and is very Lord, I can't think. Communicating to that man, communicative about life and family and spirituality and sexuality. We don't know those things as women. So it's kind of a hard situation that we have to accept. If you're in the dating market, number one, you got to be competitive. Number two, you have to be open to really meeting a man and understanding who he is and what makes y'all, I'm sorry, my daughter just woke up.
Let her cook.
What makes you set apart from other women.
Okay. There it is. Those two things right there. Most women in America, more specifically black women, do not want to compete for men. Well, black men. I don't know about other men, but definitely black men, right? I believe that a lot of black women look down upon black men like a social status thing. Like, I settle for a black dude, but if we were getting married outside of 26%, if they were getting married like we are, like 33, 34, right? And the way we're looked at around the world by women, like if men were looking at them that way, do you think that they would even fart in your direction? They wouldn't even be making these videos about y'all. They'd be talking about every other group of men. No other group of men wants them. Y'all are not breaking it down enough. We have to really drill down on this 26%. We don't know what 26% looks like. It looks like what black women do. They can't get any other man. Then they say things like, oh, well, we always marry black men. That's all you can get. That's all you can get. Again, most people marry within their race. So you're just part of that most people. You're not doing us a favor. We don't give a shit who you marry. We're not like you. We don't care. As long as you're happy, you're not bothering us. You're not over here projecting on us. Excuse me. We don't care. We don't care. We don't get mad at you for dating outside the race. We don't care. You know, so it's strange to me, man, the way they're able to do this, continue to project it outwardly. They don't want to compete for black men, but when black men start going to other women that do compete for us, they start mammying you and trying to get you back on the plantation. It don't make any sense. You know, the best thing for you to do is just accept reality and call it for what it is. Hey, listen, we're going to get married at 26% rate, okay? We got things to work on. You know, you don't want to do that. You want to make it seem like you don't need to compete. You need to. More than any other group. You need to start doing it.
And also, are you willing to work with that man? A lot of us we're not bendable. We're not moldable. We're not bendable. We don't acquiesce to men. We don't even acquiesce to our friends and family. So how do you think that your man is going to deal with you way more than your friends and family? And I'm not just talking to you, Brittany. I'm talking in general to everybody else.
And you said one key thing I want to interject.
Go ahead.
When there are certain things a man looks for when he's thinking about a wife. I think beyond the degrees, beyond the money, beyond all of that, the mindset of men today is not marriage oriented. So I think, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole per se, but that's a big foundation.
If you're not going to go down the rabbit hole, then don't bring it up. Let's talk about it. If men aren't marriage minded, it's because of the society that we're in that doesn't incentivize us to be marriage minded. So we're supposed to be fools, right? Y'all go into everything making sure that you get something out of it, but we're supposed to go into that, stupid. Like, okay, we don't see nothing. We don't know what's going on. Come on, man. And see, this wordplay, this witchcraft, this is what we're talking about. You know what's really going on, but you don't want to accept any accountability. It's everybody else's fault all the time in multiple ways. How in the world can it be everybody, mainly black men, else's fault in different ways, but never yours? This woman has never said nothing yet about what women need to be doing to fix things. It's just about what she's noticed that, man, look, do you want to keep dealing with this where you're having to battle about roles in relationships and, debating reality and facts and stats? Or do you want to go somewhere where women know how to be happy and how to project their feminine energy onto a man? I don't get it. I don't know why y'all be staying in the States dealing with this kind of stuff, man.
Foundational issue before we get to any of the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he has to.
But Brittany, flip it. Are women being raised to be wives these days?
No.
Well, we're not talking about preparation. We're just talking about desire.
No, Brittany, you said men are not looking for marriage or they're not marriage material. You gotta ask, if men hold the keys to marriage, why are they holding on to the keys? Why are they not giving and opening up to women? It's because it's a give and take. Men are not wifing women, and also forget marriage. You gotta have a serious relationship before you even get married. They're not having the serious relationships because the women are in a use mentality. They're in a, what can you do for me? What are you bringing to the table? What bills are you paying for? What 5-star restaurant am I going to? Where are we vacationing this year? What are you doing for my birthday? The culture, Big Lotto, what are you doing for my birthday? That is the culture. What are you doing for my birthday? We don't need to talk about nothing else. What are you doing for my birthday?
You're 100% right. There is a population of women that aligns with what you just described. But there is also a population of women who desire to be wives and who are wife material, who were raised to be wives, who understand what it means to be a virtuous woman and all of the above.
No. Where?
But there are not, I still agree with the lady stance, who I don't even know who that was, but she said there are not enough eligible men. And I agree.
Cool.
I just want
to be real with you. You come off as a beautiful spirit. I think you're looking in the wrong place. We could talk about that another time, but you have a beautiful spirit about you.
Well, for me personally, I that's not quite my personal issue. Like,
okay.
Post-marriage, there we don't have to go into details about,
Oh yeah. See, context.
We're just talking
context, man. She's a post-marriage wall hitter. You know what I'm saying? She's a post-marriage wall hitter. So she's like, oh, there's no eligible men. No, man. You got used to your husband and you looking for husband material out the gate. And ain't nobody giving you that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody giving you that. I was a husband. You get a lot of grace. You're not getting grace from these men out here in the streets. You crazy? You get nothing. You get nothing. You know what I'm saying? The wolves out here. You got these. Now look. You do have these these alpha dogs out here getting it in. And they gonna do what they do. Gonna run through y'all, lie to y'all, and da-da-da-da-da. The wolves out here, though, we gonna keep it honest with you. You know what I'm saying? We're not dogs. You know what I mean? We're wolves. We're the OGs. You know what I mean? We don't need a lie and all that, you know what I'm saying? We got some morals and values over here, but that don't mean that we're looking for long-term relationships with you leftovers either. We'll tell you like it is up front. We're not gonna lie to you like some alpha dog. You know what I mean? Anyway, y'all, you know what I mean? What's going on? 50 plus. I'm trying to tell you. It's those women they're extinct, man. They're extinct. Gotta get your passports, man. You gotta get your passports. It can't be said enough. Let me go ahead and slide on over real quick. We slide on over here. What's going on here and see what's going on.
Don't even take care of themselves. And I'm not just talking financial. Do not be going back and forth with people that don't even take care of themselves. And I'm not just talking financially. I'm talking about physically, mentally, spiritually. They're not working on being a better them. They're not working on stimulating their mind. They're not cleansing their bodies. And their biggest battle they're fighting is with themselves, and they're losing. Do not be going back and forth with people that don't even take care of themselves. And I'm not just...
Man, oh man. I had to put this clip in here. She know what she doing, man. She got the flotation device going on. Man, when they got that snatched waist and then the boot. It look like it's just sitting in the middle of a flotation device. It's just sitting there. Everything around it's just, man. You know what I'm saying? You can see the booty from the front. Yeah, what she said. Absolutely. What she said. Don't ask me. I'm doing the best I can.
Out of style. It's never going to go out of style.
Hold up. Give 'em
Skinny never
context.
went out of style. It's never going to go out of style. Having a nice butt has always been a thing. Because even though if the girls are skinny, let me tell you what, she's not up and down skinny. There's a certain skinny that they're talking about. It's that Victoria's Secret model skinny where they skinny, but they still got them hips and that little bubble in the back. Now, I will say as far as the extremely big butts and extremely small waists, I never liked that. When I went and got my BB, it was never to have that. I wanted that little, that hourglass shape. The hourglass shape will never go out of style.
Never.
At one point, the girls was getting the booties to where you could put like a cup on it.
Yeah.
Like it was like
yeah.
a shelf booty.
Yeah.
I think that has gone out of style. And I think people
Yeah, I
don't want to
couldn't imagine
necessarily
teaching
walk
the
around
daughters.
looking like that anymore.
Yeah.
So now everybody is getting their shots removed. Everybody is getting their BBLs. What is it called? Reduced, because nobody wants that look
Yeah.
anymore. At one point, that's what a lot of people were trying to attain. I don't understand why you would want to walk in a room and that's the first thing everybody is looking at is your booty.
It looks
Well, first of all, men have never told y'all we wanted that. Y'all were doing whatever you wanted to do. That's just all there is to it. And y'all follow trends and you do whatever. No, we never told y'all to go get an Ant's Life type of booty. Y'all just do what you want to do. You're trying to get attention from men and women. You're competing with women and trying to get the attention of men. So you just start doing stuff. Like we keep telling you natural, but you don't want to put that work in the gym. So you start doing stuff. So don't make it seem like people were wanting. No, dudes never wanted that shit. A couple rappers said something about it. Rappers don't represent regular men. You know that. No, you don't get to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
crazy.
We all have nice butts and they're big, but they're not like distracting to where it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God. It'd be some girls, and I have a big butt, they walk by and I'm like, oh my
Yeah, you-
fucking God.
Yeah, it's like a museum.
Yes. Skinny never went out of style. It's never going to.
Pickens are slim, brother, and then you can't tell them nothing. If they look halfway decent, you can't tell them nothing. Like the lady was talking about in another video, right? She was talking like, there's very few, the Pickens are slim. No, the Pickens on our end are slim. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like a woman that keeps herself in shape, kept her body count low, and is just pleasant, she can get whatever dude she wants. What are you talking about? No, you don't want to be pleasant. You want to be in your masculine energy while still getting a masculine man. Where they do that at? Why would a dude want a chick with a dude personality? That don't make any sense. Oh, man.
Too many females want to be the king instead of playing the position of the queen. Not only do they want to abandon the queen, they actually want to be a dictator. Too many females want to be the king instead of playing the position of the queen. Not only do they want to abandon the queen, they actually want to be a dictator. Too many females want to be the king.
That's the truth right there, man. The penis envy is real. Y'all want to run around and try to act like you're the king, but then act like you're not trying to be that. Just like this whole term, like they were talking about on Lapeef, alpha female. And one of the guys on there was trying to like argue for it, like there is a such thing as an alpha female. Ugh. No, there isn't. You don't lead nothing. No, I lead other women in particular business practices. No, you're making money. You never led nobody nowhere. I have been in the trenches leading soldiers in Iraq, kicking in doors, pew, 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 doing what we got to do. You ain't never led nothing, and there was never a woman out there leading any of the rest of the soldiers kicking in doors. You don't lead anything. So, and the guy was trying to argue, well, y'all are looking at it from an older standpoint instead of a more modern look on anything that y'all are relabeling. Just say that that's your pronouns, man. I came up with this myself. You can use the pronoun of alpha woman. Hey, man, whatever floats your boat. But as far as, the term meaning something amongst men, it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just another one of your pronouns. It means nothing. Alpha woman, pronoun what, 3 or whatever, means nothing.
Channels like this make.
I bet I get 1,000 likes off this picture. Let me put it in portrait mode. Get the lightning.
That's it, baby. I'm gonna put my caption gonna be like, y'all tackle boxes. I'm the whole family meal. I bet I get 1,000.
She was, maybe because I've been celibate for 2 years. She was looking all right. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Unfortunately, as a woman who dreams about everything, I don't really have to check your phone, babe. God will literally show me everything that you're doing. So it's best you keep it cute.
Yeah, God's gonna show her right there in between meals. As soon as she finishes that 5th or 6th meal, God's gonna show her everything. It's kind of like, you see your life flash before your eyes before you pass away. Some of these people, man, when they be eating, man, they know doggone well that they're doing too much. What in the hell is she talking about? Who chasing her down and lying on her like that? Y'all thicker with thicker. Fuck that. Y'all bigger chicks. You need to humble yourselves. You need to humble your damn selves.
Unfortunately, as a woman who dreams of
Why can't men treat women like ladies if they dress super sexy?
I don't want to say the first thing that came to my mind.
Please say the first thing that comes to your mind. Say the thing.
If you dress like a hoe, I'm going to treat you like a hoe.
There it is. There it is.
If you dress like the UPS
Ladies
man,
and
I expect
gentlemen,
you to deliver the mail.
We got him.
You dress for the occupation that you have. And if you want to be scantily clad, that's fine. It just warrants more attention than respect. So the question is, what is the end result that you want? And I'll tell you this right now. I don't care what anybody says. I have a lot of high value, high earning, masculine men in my life. Multimillionaires, single, happy, know who they are, certain, in purpose, on purpose. Some of them are married. Some of them have girlfriends. I have the whole spectrum, right? Genuine friendships with these people.
I see y'all in the shorts feed. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit that like button, man. Come on. Let's get that feed going. Keep it going. Come on.
Well, some are mentors. I will tell you right now, the less clothing that a woman has on is the higher chance of disqualification for a high value, high earning, masculine man.
I know that she doesn't have very much on right now, but gentlemen, pay attention to what she's saying. Don't shoot the messenger on this one, okay? I know she's scantily clad right now, but just listen to her.
The long term.
Explain
Now
why.
they'll take you for the night.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll take you for a couple weeks, maybe a month. You might get a trip. And if that's all you want, then that's great. But if you actually want to be loved and valued by this type of man, you can't dress you just can't, you don't get to do certain things. You just don't. You don't.
Do you feel like that's a sense of control?
No.
I don't. Why can't men treat women like...
That was the first thing she went to. Don't you think it's control? How can a man control you when your free will has you in the relationship in the first place? He's not making you stay there. That type of man has a boundary. See, y'all do too much. It's not control if you can freely leave at any point in time that you want to. No, you take stuff and you take it out of context and you run with it, and no one ever really corrects you on it. It's not control if it's his boundary and one of his standards, and he's letting you know up front. You didn't wait till after you got married and spring it on you. See, y'all just don't want a man to have a say-so. You want men that are masculine in frame, that's going to make all your girlfriends jealous, that makes a bunch of money, but you want him to do what you want him to do the way you want him to do it. That is so strange, man. You have all kind of betas and simps in your DMs, but instead of going for one of them broken and weak males, because you know they're weak, that's why you don't go with them. You try to go and buck break one of us. You try and go and buck break one of us, man. And then we say that y'all the new slave masters. You got a problem with it. That's what you are. You want to get the strongest ones of us and break us mentally. You know, it don't make any sense. It don't make any sense, man. Other than you wanting to, what it really is, it's some kind of trauma you got from not having your daddies. You see strong men and you want to break them. It ain't got nothing to do with you even liking us. You see strong men and want to break us. You don't want to be with us. No, you see strong men and you want to make us submit to your will. Your stupid ass ideologies and stuff. They don't do nothing for us. No, you got to understand. I ain't got to understand shit. Why are you in my face? Go find somebody else who want to deal with your dumbass ideology, your dumbass ways of life, the way that you decide that you want to make sure that your bodies don't count, and we go off your journey and leave your past in the past. And I don't want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Your struggle, journey, trauma-filled past. We don't want to hear it, man. We don't want to hear it. And that's why you don't like us. That's why you want to break us, man. You like that other women watch us, but you want to be able to break us into thinking that you're worth something, but you know you don't qualify. So it steams you. It grinds your gears. You can't stand it. I gotta just go on my rants, man. These women.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch was always...
Yeah, man. I don't give a damn. His last clip up and going, man. Who cares?
And requested. I honestly feel like this man requested that on the second date, the woman come with no makeup on. How do y'all feel about that?
How do we feel about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it. How dare you request how I show up to the date, first of all?
Yeah.
Like,
No. How dare you think that my life isn't worth me, experiencing it the way that I want to around women, you know what I'm saying, looking the way that I want them to during my experience. But I'm going to get into some womanese babble here because I want to appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to request you to, what do you mean? What? This is what I'm saying, man. They don't really want a man, dude. They want a girlfriend.
I haven't thought about it. I was just like listening to the segment.
Right.
But I do believe that there is some validity in understanding who a woman is and what she does look like.
Right.
Before you are too far along.
So there's a very interesting video, right? And I saw this comment of this young lady saying, if that be the case, then I want to see his bank statement, his credit, his whole background history. To me, in my opinion, I don't think that's the same thing. I think if somebody's looking for their forever person and they just want to see you in your natural state, I think it's a fair request.
These chicks, like, degrade men for stuff that's obvious that they can see. Bald, going bald, patchy beard, acne. You mean to tell me we can't request you not put a mask on? What? We have no kind of boundary or we want to know what we're getting into. At least send us a picture. We'll have a filter on it or something like that. So you're still screwed, man. They don't want you to see reality, man.
On the other hand, if she wants to even it out and say, hey, I don't want you to come with a hat because I don't want you to hatfish me, or saying, I don't want you to come with a haircut. I want to see you at your scruffiest. I think that's the same thing. But again, this is just my opinion. Now, if you just try to be a one night, then I guess it don't matter. But if someone is looking for that forever person and they want to see you in your true state, because in the beginning, everything is visual. I've never found myself sitting in a room across from a woman and saying, damn, I bet you she got a fine brain. We're attracted to physical. And then as we get to know these people, we become attracted to other things. At least that's just my opinion. Respectfully, of course. Sensational.
This man requested that on the second date, the woman come with...
Wild, man. Wild. But since my shorts feed just ended for whatever reason, I'm going to go ahead and sum this up, y'all. Look, it's not too much to ask for her not to wear makeup. Again, even listening to these people rationalize it and all this, it's not even worth it. Just go overseas, man. Just go overseas. You know what I mean? Even if you got a vacation over there, you find you a girl, she's still going to sleep with less men over there than a girl you have in the States that live right down the road from you. Your girl overseas is going to still sleep with less men overseas with less of a chance of getting one of these STDs that's floating around in the States that's making this huge appearance out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on, man. Like I said, some of these people might have got the, you know what, you never know what's in that shit. And get you a girl overseas instead of dealing with some girl down the road that's bobbing off dudes and doing God knows what and all these crazy, man. arguing about basic stuff, arguing about relationship things that our parents and then gaslighting us into, well, this isn't our parents' time and we're in a different time. Well, I want to go back to that time. I don't listen, you can't just force, just like the powers that be, you can't just force ideologies on people or your way of life. You can't just force it on people if they don't want it. If we're just minding our business, we're not, bothering you. You can't just force these ways of life. Y'all are trying to become the men that you want, and then you want masculine men to submit to that. That doesn't make any sense, man. None of what y'all do makes any sense, other than that you've already gone too far and you can't go back to being any kind of traditional or sense of a woman. So you have to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Again, we don't know what's going on. We don't really care. We're just going our own way. But it's just the way that y'all just continuously, if a guy wants to request no makeup on, you're like, nah, I can't do that. Well, it's done. Just go about your day. Go about your day. All this other stuff, like listening to women coming up with other ways to cope, and well, if I show with no makeup on, then you have to, well then fine, then I'll do that. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? It's not even that serious though. I'm gonna go somewhere where, I'll be chilling on the beach somewhere without a hat, obviously, and with my shirt off, so she knows I'm not wearing some kind of bodysuit or something. And then I'm approaching women or getting approached by women that don't have any makeup on or barely wear. I don't think they really wear makeup out there on the beach and stuff like that. So I'm not dealing with this stuff anymore, man. Like I can't for the life of me understand, why would I want to stay here and continue to have women trying to redefine dating standards, and then they're doing it in this sisterhood group way, to where we can't even look at another alternative. It's few and in between, and when they do pop up, they try to squash them out, call them pick-me's, and run them off the internet or whatever. So they're trying to make it so we have one option, the super GMO masculine female, and you take it or have nothing. That's what they're trying to do, and we're just like, nah, man, we're good. Some of y'all deciding to beat your dick like it owes you money. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business, I guess. Look, I'm not for it, but it's better than you going out here and dating one of these leftovers. The rest of y'all are going overseas. Hats off to you. But I'm just saying, man, these females don't understand, dude. I watch content all the time to post up stuff on here. I got to detox from it, man, because I keep having crazy stuff pop up my feed. I've never posted up a single Sigma female video. I don't believe in it. All this pronoun stuff, I don't believe in that stuff. So that pronoun of Sigma female, I don't believe in it. So when I'm watching, I see a video pop in my feed talking about, why is this popping up my feed? Why is an alpha female video popping up my feed? Why are all these videos bashing men, and they're all black women? Man, listen, once you realize the matrix is set up against you, and they're just sending you shit that if I'm blocking on everyday basis, blocking these, I block like 20, probably like at least 10 channels every 2 days. Like 10 channels every 2 days, sometimes 20. Anytime these black chicks pop up, I'm blocking them because all they do is use me and other podcasters for research. So while they're doing that, that's what they're popping up my feed, because I don't watch content about black women talking about how black men ain't shit, and I don't watch shit like that. I don't want to hear people's perspective from their messed up, traumatized previous relationships in childhood that they haven't healed from. I don't watch that shit, so why is it popping up my feed? To get me upset, to trigger me. You know what I'm saying? The internet's not free. It's a social experiment. It's not free. So I refuse to believe in any of this nonsense. I refuse to participate in it. Black women can say whatever they want about black men. I don't care. Tether black people can talk shit about American black people all they want. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on here and post these videos up or whatever, but you black chicks can't trigger me. And for you black dudes out there getting triggered by them, man, you got to go heal somewhere, man. Those chicks don't owe you shit, and most of them don't like you. So, you know, if you get triggered by them, that's you. How could a Keisha get me upset? Man, please. Please. You know what I'm saying? Please. You know, and it is what it is. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer on this. Appreciate y'all. Love and like. Go ahead and smash that like button. But when you're arguing with women about basic dating concepts and you're in the weeds with them, and now you done lost your base, your manhood, because you arguing about what is a alpha male, what is a alpha female, the fucking fuck. You know, like, okay, so now alpha male, and it's pronouns too. We on the male end, we don't believe in like, we're not over here using it as a pronoun. It means something. When women use these terms, males, men understand they're just using pronouns. Calm down. Calm down. If you ask them to break it down, and what are you leading? What have women ever led? You know what I'm saying? What group of, because not just leading, but like leading people that are going to get something done, or leading groups of people to combat. If you haven't led men, which are the ones that get things done, if you ain't led men and men don't want you to lead them, you're not alpha or sigma or nothing. You're using pronouns. That's all you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So again, they just try to trigger you all kind of ways, take what you build, gaslight you, then tell you ain't nothing and they don't need you, while talking about decentering you, while simultaneously having you completely centered in their life. You can't entertain what they say. You got to watch what they do, man. That's just what it is. You heard that here first. Anyway, y'all, love and like, man. I'm your brother. Make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. Share the live stream. It's so important now more than ever. And I'll try to go live one more time before my son gets here. Blessings, y'all. I'm out.
In this game,
appreciate y'all. Short and sweet. Make sure you subscribe.
Made in America.